It's a new year. It's a new decade. Let's hit the ground running. Let's go. Time to vibe.
It's time to vibe with Deezy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like, can you actually feel it in your body? That that refresh when the calendar hits 1/1. Like every year. Like it's weird. It's literally only a calendar that switches dates. But I literally feel it in my body. Like last night as the countdown was beginning, I felt it inside me. I felt that that restart coming. I don't know what it is, but you feel it. You actually feel it. I really do wish I was in New York though for the Times Square drop. Like man, every year I see the playback, I'm like, man, I wish I was there. It looks like it hits different, you know? Like that Times Square ball drop hits different than all the other ones. I feel like, yeah, there's plenty of other countries, in the world that have better firework display and all of that. But I don't know, New York, it just feels different when I see it. And so, yeah, when I got home from my little night out, I got home about 1 or so. I watched the playback of Dallas just because my daughter was with me. She wanted to see that. And then, yeah, I don't know why, but okay, let me see New York. So it hits, Happy New Year. I don't remember what it was that played like when New Year first rang in, but after that first little song was over, Frank Sinatra kicks in. And even though I wasn't there, even though I'm like a day, literally a day away, a travel day away from there, I still felt the heart of that song. Like all the way through, like just through my TV, I felt that emotion of being there in Times Square, hearing Frank Sinatra singing "New York, New York." One day before I die, I would really, really love to be there and feel it in person. I know I would be in fucking tears. I get emotional easily, and I would just be in tears experiencing that in real life. But yeah, I don't know. Even here at home in Fort Worth, I still feel the emotion of a new year. It's a chance for new beginnings, new memories, new moments you could look back in and say, "Oh, you remember that time in 2020 that this happened?" But also bad things could happen, and it could be a year you look back on and, wow, 2020 really was fucking garbage. It could go either way sometimes. And then there's some years where nothing really happened. You're like, meh, it was another year, you know? But I feel like I have the chance to make this year special. I do feel like there's some things that can happen where I can look back and, yeah, 2020 was a great year. I'd really I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm at a crossroads. Like it's either gonna go to that road where it's everything I wanted, Or it could be that point where the universe is like, okay, we have nothing more for you. It's your time to go. I kind of feel like the universe does decide it for you sometimes, where your point in life is up. You have nothing else to accomplish, or you have nothing else that you would accomplish. And honestly, I wouldn't mind that if there truly is nothing better for me, I'd be satisfied. Okay, you know. Um, but no, I think it's in my hands to make this year count, to make it a great one, to make it memorable. I definitely need to get out of my bubble. I need to seek discomfort, have new experiences, chase my dreams and passions like this. Like when I was in that little mode, it was maybe August or September. I posted like 3 or 4 episodes in 2 weeks. That felt great. I felt like I was in a really good mood, a really good zone right there. Like I like seeing the views go up and seeing people respond to me, you know, through text message or Instagram or Snapchat. Like people I know personally, like, oh, hey, man, I'm enjoying the show, like that means a lot. I say it at the end of my episodes, but I really do appreciate that. It feels good to know somebody's listening, somebody's out there hearing you and you're not just talking to yourself. Even though I am in my room talking to myself right now. I hope you can't hear my TV in the background. I got some Twitch on. Um, I thought it would be distracting, but it's actually not. It's kind of nice to have something on to kind of watch while I'm talking. Um, so I wanted to explain kind of why I haven't posted since then. So apart from work and just day to day of finding the time to do this, something happened in November that was really something that caught me off guard. So I bought this new microphone. I think it was in August or September. And I kind of didn't want to record an episode till I got this microphone. I know it's weird, but I was like, oh, let me just wait to transition to this new mic. Let me just wait so I could show this baby off. I was like, yeah, when I get this mic, I'm gonna go full speed. I'm gonna go 1,000% hard at this. So I was in the right mind frame. I was ready. And then November 4th happened. So, and it's a night I'm never going to forget. So, I'm a security officer. And I won't give away too much because I don't know if it's still an investigation or whatnot. But at this job, I would say 95% safe. I have a control room where I watch cameras. So I always thought if there was a problem, I would see it coming. If there was somebody bad out there, I would see them before they were able to strike. And this night completely changed that narrative. So it was about 2 a.m. I had just finished a patrol. Man, I was so relaxed because there was only 4 hours left till I was off. Till I was heading home and I was off for a few days. Well, just 2 days because at that time I was working overtime. But that's besides the point. Like, I was in a great mood that night. Um, I don't know. I felt good. So I was watching YouTube or Netflix. I had just had a snack, so I was full. I was content. I had like two patrols left, and then I was going home. Like it was just on cruise control. It was the last shift of the week, and I don't know why I decided to look up, but I look up, see somebody leaving the building. So I'm like, okay, you know, there shouldn't really be anybody leaving in normal street clothes. So continue to look at the cameras. And I see them walk out of the parking garage on foot. And then that's immediately when it clicks in my head, oh, this person was not supposed to be here. They would not be walking out of this parking garage. So I immediately check to see if I can find where they came in. I see nothing. So some more stuff happens. I won't really explain the situation in detail. Like I said, I don't know if it's an investigation or not. I don't want to dive too deep into it, give too much away. But I end up going getting another security guard that works for another company. We hit this corner and I see that ATM machine with the burn marks on it. I forgot a major component of the story. Okay, so as the guy was walking out of the parking garage, I looked back on camera just to get a replay to see who I could see it was. And I noticed he had an axe in his hand. I can't believe I missed like the most important part of the story. See a guy walking out of a parking garage at 2 a.m. with a fucking axe in his hand. That's when my body immediately went on red alert mode. Like, okay, what the fuck is this guy doing walking out of my building with a fucking axe? Okay, so fast forward back to me and this other guy walking past this ATM. I see burn marks. I don't know why, but for the reason I was like, oh, it caught on fire and somebody put it out or some shit. I don't know. I was on edge. So go back, look at the footage. I see it's two guys. One guy has the axe, the other guy has a crowbar and a blowtorch. So yeah, they were trying to break into the ATM. Luckily, they did not succeed. Sorry. Um, but just seeing that on camera struck a different kind of fear into me. So they got in through one of the windows on the ground floor. The guy I first saw just busted it open with the axe. Came in that way, went to go get his friend, and then I think that's when they busted another window and came in together. So yeah, there was two guys, and it was about 30 or 40 feet from my office. It wasn't very far at all. But luckily I wasn't in my office while they were fucking with that ATM, because I would have probably shit myself if I would have somehow looked down that hall and seen them feet away from me with that. I have nothing to protect myself. Well, at the time I did not. I don't know what I would have done. Things just worked out so perfectly that night for no one to get hurt. Like, I've replayed millions of scenarios. Sounded like fucking Doctor Strange at this point. Since then, just especially at work, all the time alone I just been thinking about every damn scenario of how it could have went wrong for me, for someone else. I'm so grateful it went the way it did. The only thing bad was two windows ended up, broken out. They didn't get any money. Nobody got hurt. For the most part, it was a win. So this happened on a Monday morning at 2 a.m. I had to be back at Wednesday at 10 p.m. Those days, well, that day, like day and a half or whatever it adds up to be, I just couldn't stop thinking about how I could have got hurt, how I could have got killed if I would have approached them and they were skittish, or if they gave no fucks. I don't know what their personality was. I don't know if they were expecting to see someone or not. I could have been axed to death. I could have been blowtorched in the face. I don't know what the fuck could have happened. So many things could have happened. And I'm so glad none of them did. I'm so glad everybody went home at the end of the night without harm. But that next week or two, I was on edge around every corner. No matter where I was, anywhere at work, I felt on edge. Every sound made me jump. I've always thought PTSD was one of those things. Oh, that could never happen to me. I'm different. I don't think I would ever have PTSD. That proved me wrong. I was so scared for weeks. Like, I was so afraid to even go on the first floor. Admittedly, even now, I still get a little paranoid going on the first floor. It's just one of those, places. I don't know. I think I'll always be on edge as long as I'm at this job. It's kind of why I'm trying to move on from it, because I just haven't had that level of comfortability since this event happened. I wish I knew what I had before it was gone. I don't think I'll ever get that sense of safety while I'm there ever again. And it took 30 minutes for it to go away. And that's what's crazy about life. You never know when you're going to get something taken away from you. You never know. Since then, I've done a lot of soul searching. And I know I wouldn't be happy if that was the end. I still want my family, my happy ending, my wife to come home to at the end of the day. I wish there was somebody there for me in the morning to cuddle with after, to feel safe, but I didn't have that. I want that. I want that person to share my life with, to share my happiness with, to share my fears and emotions with. Life is so short and fragile. I've definitely asked myself, what'll make life better? What'll make me happier? What can I do so that's one of my resolutions for this year. Find love, find my true happiness, find a better job that I don't have to fucking feel unsafe at. And it's definitely not worth the money I'm getting. That lack of safety is definitely not worth it. I realized that after too. So yeah, no, this job is definitely not worth dying over. That was one of the first things I realized. But there was a nice police officer that came after I called him. She told me, she said, if you're ever afraid for your safety, call us. That's what we're here for. We're human. At the end of the day, outside of this uniform, we're human. If you're afraid for your life, call us. That's what we're here for. That meant a lot. She didn't judge me. She didn't make me feel like a bitch for being afraid. I guess she could read my emotions and what I was feeling, but in that time, at that point, that's exactly what I needed. I appreciated that. And everybody too, everybody else. Like my boss, he was so awesome and understanding. He had my back. He was like, man, I would have probably been out to my car and be like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. Like he understood. So that was good. That was a good feeling. So yeah, that's the reason for my hiatus. I just wasn't right mentally at all. I thought about that all day, every day. And how it could have went differently. What I could have done differently. But like I said, I'm glad it happened the way it did. Nobody got hurt. So now I carry pepper spray on me. I mean, it ain't much, but it's something. It's some kind of security. Um, I mean, I know they sell, tasers for pretty cheap now. Also, I've kind of contemplated getting a taser also to hit him after I hit him with the pepper spray. Little 1-2 combo. So if I'm gonna end up staying here, I might have to invest in a small little taser also, just to feel a little extra secure. It's ironic, isn't it? Security officer needing security. Yeah. So one of the things I didn't get to do that I planned on doing was leave a review or thought so far on Apex Season 3 and Fortnite Chapter 2. Like I kind of talked about it in one of my last episodes, but I never commented on them when it happened. I had said, "Oh, I heard it looks like Fortnite's going to pretty much get a new map, and Apex was already for sure, set in stone a new map." But then yeah, everything happened. I wasn't able to give my impressions of both of them. So I guess I could jump in right now. I definitely have played both heavy. This is by far the most Apex, especially in the past 2 weeks. It's the most Apex I've played all year. Well, it's a new year, but I say the last 2 or 3 months of 2019, I played more Apex than Fortnite. I would play Fortnite to do my weekly challenges, and then after I was done, I wouldn't play. But the Apex Battle Pass grind takes so much longer that I don't know. I was on there more often. So the new map at first, I hated it. I don't know. Of course, the first I say week or so, it was new, so I was excited. Oh, a new map. This is awesome. But then once I got into the groove, I don't know if I like it so much. I miss Kings Canyon, but isn't that how it always goes? You miss the old thing. Well, you miss what you know and you're comfortable with. So That's probably what it was. Just missing Kings Canyon and the old spots and all of that. Um, it took about, I say, 3 months to actually be like, okay, you get to know the spots you like, um, and where you can drop and have a kind of chill time and get geared up. Like, that's what I like to do in battle royale games. I like to get geared up before I find somebody to fight. Unless I have a challenge that wants me to push the action, I pretty much try to stay away from it. Um, at least the first 10 minutes of the game, if I can, because I want to make sure I'm good. I want to be confident in the guns and my armor that I have, or shields for Fortnite. I like to feel comfortable. I can't stand when I play with somebody that gets antsy if you're not right in the fight right away. I don't like that because it's so risk reward. It's not worth it. I play to win. I feel like your chances of winning, unless you're fucking Shroud or Ninja or somebody with a team full of fucking pro players that play all day every day, I feel like your chances of landing in a hot drop and winning are 5%, if that. Like, they're very low. The guys I play with, they're good, but they ain't no pros. We're just normal good players. So I guess I'll jump into Fortnite first, since it was the first one I loved out of both of them. The end of season 10 and then the little grace period till chapter 2 starting was one of the dopest things I've ever seen a game do, if not the dopest. People were literally staring at a black hole for a day or two, waiting for something to happen. It was so crazy to see it, like, and be a part of. Because yeah, I would randomly check in okay, anything happened yet? Watching the leaker pages on Twitter. Oh, has anything happened yet? Any new info? Nobody knew a damn thing. Everybody was just guessing. I'm surprised they took as big of a risk as they did, going days of a black hole. But it was awesome because everybody that talks shit about, all the streamers that play it, that talk shit about it, that were left wanting to play it, they were missing it. I thought that was so funny. I was you shit talk it every damn day, and now you don't get the chance to because it's not there. And there were some moments during that time where I was, oh, is it gonna come back? Oh no, like maybe they did take the money and run. Like maybe they did make these millions and hit the deuces. Well, I mean, I can see why they work pretty damn hard. The developers, they update the game, make new skins, add new items. They do so damn much. So I would have understood if they decided to, all right, we're gonna pack our bags and bounce. But I mean, they would have probably had to reimburse a lot of fucking people that buy skins and shit, including me. They would have found maybe had to find some way to do that. But no, I loved how the cinematic took you into your first game, into your first drop. That was awesome too. Just dropping into a brand new world. Literally, your map is all blank. You have to fill it out by exploring the map. That first week was the opposite of my first week with Apex. Well, nah, I guess it was the same. But on Apex, they had the map filled already. Like, they had the names of the places and everything. Before that, it was just, I don't know, it felt bigger too. The map felt bigger. And it was just exploring and seeing new things for, like I said, at least a week. I was finding new things on the map. I randomly still do. I randomly do still, get some XP for landmark discovered. I'm like, what? Damn, still. uh, but yeah, no, I really haven't been playing it as much now that I've got to tier 100. Uh, I will play when they have special challenges like Star Wars or the one they have right now for Christmas and New Year. Like I do that. Like that's pretty fun. But I've already got most of the unlockables, so I rather play another game that I need to unlock stuff on, like Apex. Like I said, especially the past week or two, Apex has been the game I've had most fun with, and I feel like I don't know if it's me getting better or the skill based matchmaking, but I've won at least 5 to 10 games the past week or two, and that's definitely higher than I was averaging prior to this time frame. I don't know. Maybe I am getting better. Maybe I'm just getting the first shot off or whatever, or playing better strategically. But I feel like I'm having more fun with Apex than Fortnite for the first time. Like 2019 was so weird for me in Apex. Like I played for the first few weeks when it first launched, and then I was like, okay, I'm bored already. And then season 1 came. I was like, okay, let me see this battle pass, and it was garbage. So that still wasn't enough for me to come back. I was like, okay, like my friends play it a lot, but I'm just not that interested in it. But then season 2 came around. They had a lot better unlockables, and I was like, you know what? And they had more characters too. I was like, okay, I'll come back and give it a chance. And I did. I played a little bit more consistently then, but still not as much as I do now. Now it's a game I almost play daily. If it wasn't for work, I would play daily. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm watching it right now as I'm doing this podcast. Like I'm having fun playing it and watching it. In the map, I know the places I like. I know what to expect in those places. I guess it's just a combination of map knowledge and skill where I'm at a really good point. I'm I feel like I can compete in every game I play. As long as my teammates aren't 8-year-olds picking up a controller for the first time, I have a pretty good chance of winning every time, I feel like. As long as I don't have, gray or white armor, whatever you call it. I think it's white. As long as I have like purple or gold, hey, we could probably win this. Um, but Fortnite, I feel different. I feel like I'm not as skilled in Fortnite. It's mainly the building. Like, yeah, I've gotten better at the building aspect, but I will never be as good as these people I see that stream on Twitch or even I see in my game. It's like, how did y'all build these massive fucking things without dying? Like, it's still frustrating that I'll never be a beast at that. I'll be decent, but never great. Um, I like the colorful aspect of it. Like most people don't. Most older people are like, it looks like a kid's game. It looks all cartoony, blah blah blah. I like that aspect of it. That's one of the reasons I keep coming back to play it because of how it looks and the creativity with the skins and the items. But the gunplay is pretty realistic. Like, they have real guns. I guess it's just the look of the characters that turns people off. But I have fun with it. This current the first season doesn't end till February, which is kind of a long ways to wait. But as long as they mix these random challenges in where you unlock free stuff, I mean, then I'll keep playing. But if not, I mean, honestly, I'll probably just wait for the next season and play Apex or NBA 2K20 or something I've really been into lately is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Um, so I bought it a few months ago. I played it for a few days and then okay, this game sucks. I give up. Blah blah blah. I just quit it and deleted it off my PlayStation, not Xbox, off my PlayStation. And then Rise of Skywalker was coming out. I don't know why, but I rewatched Force Awakens one night, and I was like, I'm really in a Star Wars mood now. And I've been playing the shit out of Star Wars Battlefront 2 and watching Star Wars too. Like I rewatched The Last Jedi and Force Awakens. I need to watch Solo. I'm planning on watching that very, very soon. I watched Rise of Skywalker, which I'm not like most of these hardcore people. I I loved it. I love that Kylo/Ben got his redemption. I loved the visuals. I really had a good fun time with it. And yeah, I don't know, I like Star Wars and I like Star Wars more than I thought I did. Um yeah. I'm probably in the very, very minority, but I don't really like the old movies as much as everyone else does. I feel like that's blasphemous to say. Darth Vader is awesome, but I don't know. Like, I don't see the hype over Han Solo. I really don't. I don't get why everybody thinks Han Solo is so awesome. Like, do they think that? I think they do, right? I don't. I Harrison Ford in general, never thought he was the best actor or whatever. I don't know. I don't get the hype over Harrison Ford and Han Solo. Like I said, I know that's blasphemous to say, but I just don't. But Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, I definitely love them. Like they're badass. I think Darth Vader's the scariest villain in any movie. I guess it's his mask and his ominous breathing. Like him at the end of Rogue One was the scariest he ever was. How it's just like a dark, quiet hallway, and then you see his lightsaber light up, and you see him. That shit was scary as fuck. I was like, that's awesome. Like I love Darth Vader. He's badass. Like I love General Grievous too. Like the four arms with lightsabers, that's badass as hell too. Um, I was a fan of Hayden Christensen as Anakin. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, also, but and when I watched those movies, I kind of related to Anakin. I understood why he turned to the dark side because everybody was just writing him off as this fucking kid who wasn't ready. Like they didn't make him a Jedi master, and Yoda and Mace Windu would just like undermine him and say and do shit to him. Like I was like, okay, I see. I could kind of see why he turned to the dark side, especially after Palpatine had already told him all this shit about he could possibly save Padme. Like I don't know. I kind of agreed with it all. Like I think you're supposed to believe. You're supposed to back the Jedi. I didn't. I like I said, I saw where Anakin was coming from. I was like, yeah, they kind of deserve for you to turn on them. Like they were just like, meh, he's too young, he's immature, blah blah blah. Like no, if he was the one in the prophecy, then you would have believed in him more. But yeah, I know. I know if a hardcore Star Wars fan heard that, they would fucking go off on me. I don't care. Like I have some unpopular opinions, and that's definitely one of them. Well, I think that's going to be it for my first episode of 2020. Just kind of wanted to get back in the groove, get one out there, let everyone know about, why I went to another hiatus. It's not because I gave up again. It was because I was going through, some personal demons, some thoughts, through a hard time, like I wanted to be back at 100% or near there mentally before I started again. I feel like I am. I feel like I'm in a really good place right now. So yeah, I just wanted to get back into the groove, get warmed up, if you will. Um, I really want to plan out everything next episode because I just went in this episode freeballing it. I was like, let me just turn it on and vibe, if you will. Just like I said, wanted to get back into the groove, wanted to get this out there. If you have any topics or suggestions, I'm open. Let me know. Uh, I do plan on there being more guests this year. Last year I had John and Jessica. I definitely would like, you know, John will probably be back for sure this year. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to try to get a lot more people on an episode. See where our conversation will lead us. I don't want to do every episode solo, that's for sure. So yeah, I will definitely try to plan guests and topics for you guys. Um, this is one of the things I want to focus and put time in this year is this podcast and my YouTube channel and photography and filmmaking. I just want to get back to all the things I love. I kind of feel like that'll lead me to happiness and love. Someone seeing, oh look, he's doing something he's passionate about. He's doing something he cares about. He loves. People take mind of that, and I want it for myself also, obviously, because I enjoy it. I listen to podcasts all the time on the way to work. It may be just one specific one, but I listen to it about 4 or 5 hours a week at least. So yeah, here's the 2020. A lot more of my voice. Let's do this. As I always say, if you made it this far, I really truly appreciate it. I don't know how you did it, but you did it, and I appreciate it. I will never be ungrateful for someone somehow listening to a whole episode. Um, like I will always be grateful. Thank you, whoever you are listening. Like, leave a comment, leave me a message. Like, if you know me personally, just hit me up, give me some feedback. Let me know something, let me know. Because I want to know. But Happy New Year to you and everyone. Let's get this money. Let's get this bomb sex, bomb food. Let's follow these dreams, follow these passions. At the end of the day, it's you that has to do it. I'm ready. It's a new year, a new decade, a new vibe. And thank you for vibing with me. Goodbye.